I quite enjoyed Private Snafu versus Malaria Mike. As a rule, I like the Private Snafu cartoons anyway, but I feel this one was just particularly interesting. This was released, of course, in 1944, directed by Chuck Jones and written by Dr. Seuss. And we have voice cast including Mel Blanc as Private Snafu and Billy Bletcher as Malaria Mike. And this is all about a mosquito that is determined to give Private Snafu malaria. And the point of the cartoon is to show that you really have to be extra vigilant. And I guess there'll be a tiny spoiler. I'm going to discuss what happens. I won't discuss what happens at the very end, but basically, this mosquito keeps trying and failing to jab Private Snafu, and it seems like he's never going to be able to do it. But then Private Snafu slips up, but I won't say how, and I won't say what happens as a result. But I will say that they've made it very funny, they've made it very comical, which is kind of the whole point of Private Snafu. It was created as a way of being engaging for people in the army because a lot of informational videos are boring, you don't pay attention to them, and when you don't pay attention, you don't get the message. But because this is memorable and comedic, it's something that will have a lasting effect. And that's kind of why Private Snafu was created. And I think this is a really great example of that. There's a bit involving a tree that I loved. It's brilliantly animated and very effective and is something that I will probably remember for quite a while. And I've never been to a country where, there's a risk of malaria, but actually this would make me kind of scared to go to a country where there are mosquitoes everywhere. It really would. So I think it's probably very effective. It definitely at least puts the idea in people's heads and makes them at least think about being extra cautious and taking precautions to reduce the risk of getting malaria from a mosquito. Really enjoyed it. Very well animated. Great pacing. Definitely had some comedy in it. So far, I think it's my favourite Private Snafu cartoon.